So let's take a look at the workflow of an actual show using TriCaster8000 with a few of its MEs as virtual sets and one of them as a submixer. So we'll start out with ME1. ME1 is set up with our Metropolis virtual set on the center shot. It's being fed with 3 different inputs for talent. That would be me coming in on input 1 and then Rex and Kiki coming in shot horizontally. Again, they were, you can rotate and scale them right within the set. This is covered in the ME section of the training, how to set this exact setup. So this will be ME1 that we'll be using. Now ME2 is set up as the close-up shot for Kiki's side of the set, and then ME3 is set up for the close-up shot of Rex's side of the set. Now all 3 of the MEs, we've set up a zoom target, and that way we can zoom in and out right on the talent of that particular shot. So zoom in on me for the center shot, and then on the other 2 for the other 2 shots. We also have some graphics set up for them. We have those set up in Graphics 2, and we have autoplay and single turned on so that they'll automatically advance. And I have DSK number 2 set up for Graphics 2. So for an example, if I bring up DSK 2, it brings up my graphic. Now when you take that out, it's automatically going to advance to Kiki's graphic because autoplay is turned on. So when you bring up the next graphic, it's automatically set for Kiki. We take that out, we bring up the next graphics, automatically set up for Rex. So our graphics will automatically advance for us. All you'll have to do is bring DSK2 in and out of program. Now, we're also going to be feeding these on-screen monitors for Rex and Kiki's shots here, ME2 and ME3, with a submixer that's set up on ME6. So we've also created a macro that will do the auto on ME6. So from the decimal point on our keyboard, we can affect the transition here on either of their monitors. So on Kiki's monitor, we're going to bring up the balloon video clip from a DDR, and on Rex's monitor, we're going to bring up the NewTek web page. Then we will end up coming back to the center shot and wrapping our show segment. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that right now. So we're going to start out wide on me. We're going to bring up Kiki on preview. So we start the show. We're going to delegate ME1. We're going to go ahead and zoom in on me. We're going to bring up my lower third. Hello everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Don Balance. On today's show, we're going to be looking at XYZ. But right now, we'd like to go over and talk to Kiki's stock hammer. Now, I'm going to delegate that, and I'm going to start the zoom and then do a transition so we have some motion as we work into that shot. We're going to bring up Kiki's lower third. It's going to talk about what she's going to be talking about today, and we're going to go ahead and let the balloon video come in on her monitor. She's talking about the balloon festival downtown. That's going to be great. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on, running that transition on her monitor from the macro. Now we're ready to go over to Rex's shot. We're going to delegate ME3 and start his zoom and then transition to ME3. We're going to bring up his lower third. Rex Olson is here. He's going to talk to us a little bit about the NewTek website. So here for ME6 now, we're going to delegate network 2, which is where the website is, as our input B, and then when we do our macro to change what's happening on ME6, you can see that we're now feeding that web page into the input. So just changing what's happening on ME6 before we're transitioning to it. Then again, we use our macro to transition back to the NewTek logo. We're ready to come back to our center shot. We'll bring that up. We're going to go ahead and delegate it, and we're going to go wide and transition back to me. Well, folks, that's all we have for today. We hope you've enjoyed the show. So let's talk about using the sharing functionality within the workflow of an actual live production. So let's say we're starting our show. We're going to go ahead and start recording, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in as we're starting our show. And now what we want to do is we want to get a still image of this show up on Facebook to get people interested in the show. So to do that, we're going to go to the share panel, and inside the share panel, we're going to click add, and now you look at your session name. And the very last clip is the clip that's currently being recorded. It's still recording it, but you can select it, click OK, and then you can click on the gear. Now you can say, I only want a still image, and then use this slider to select the still image that you want. Now we want a shot of everybody, the whole wide set. That looks good. That's ready to go. That can now be configured to any of the destinations that you have configured. For me, I'll send it to Facebook, and you can put a comment in here. So you can say, watch my live show at this link, and click the upload button. It's going to upload that to Facebook. Now, what if you wanted to then load a video clip? We've been recording the show for a little while, and now we've been doing some transitions back and forth between some of the different shots that we have available, and we want to be able to now upload a video clip of the show. So to do that, again, we'll go back to our sharing panel, and we'll click on Add. And again, you look at your session name and the very last clip that's being recorded. Now you can go ahead and click on the gear, and you can set an in point on your video clip. So let's get to where we started doing our transitions, right out here. And then our out point right out here. Again, we've got these transitions, and then it's back to there. So there's our video clip defined. You can close that down again. You can put a comment on that one, choose where you want to upload it. We'll upload it to Facebook. If you wanted to upload it to multiple destinations, you could duplicate it and then choose to upload it to Facebook and YouTube or any of the other places that you have configured. I could just file copy it to a local network drive so that a local editor would have access to that footage. And again, click the upload button and it will upload. If you have multiple things that haven't been uploaded yet, you can click on the first one, click on the last one, and upload them all at the same time. Now, another way to get still images is to use the grabber here, and the grabber can be set up to automatically put still images into any of the media players. So we can configure the grabber to capture stills from all inputs and add to a media player, and we're going to tell it to add to graphics 2. And if we grab, you'll see that only one image shows up in graphics 2. Just program out is the only thing that actually shows up in the media player. But if you click on add to that media player, you look under stills, under your session name, you'll see a still has been grabbed not only for the first 8 inputs, but also for the graphics players, for the DDRs, for the network inputs, and for both of the outputs. So you literally have a still image for all of the internal sources and both of the outputs, as well as the program out graphic that was originally grabbed. And any of this could be uploaded quickly. Now, if you wanted to upload something automatically, you could just load any one of these images up in. Let's say we wanted to upload this image, for instance. You could load that in. You can right-click on it, and you can configure it right here. Say, I want to upload this to Facebook, and I want to auto-upload it. So now it's configured to auto-upload and send to Facebook. And if you click on Add to Share Queue, as soon as you click on that button, it's automatically uploaded to Facebook. You don't even have to enter the share queue in order to be able to get that media up and on your popular social media sites. So let's take a look at a workflow using hotspots, allowing the on-camera talent to execute transitions on the on-screen monitor in their virtual set and to bring up downstream keyers. And we'll try and set all the content up that she's going to be bringing up so that it automatically rolls right into the presentation for us. So the first thing we want to do is set up the input here. We want to remove anything that's not going to get keyed. You can see we don't have green everywhere here. We can do that by using the crop tool. And we'll just turn on our crop tool. You can see that we've already got everything cropped out. We just went ahead and cropped in from the left, the right, and the bottom to remove all of that stuff. And we're going to go ahead and turn on Live Matte, and that will remove the rest of the green. Let's take a look at Anna inside of the virtual set. So here she is inside of the virtual set, and you can see that we do have an on-screen monitor here on this set. Now, this on-screen monitor is being fed by ME6. Now, ME6 is now set up to transition between DDR2 and Graphics 1. So everything we want to bring up on this monitor during her presentation is lined up in these two media players. First, it's going to be the NewTek logo. Then it's going to transition to the TriCaster logo. And because both of these media players have autoplay, every time you transition away from one, the other one will advance. So when she transitions back here, it's going to be 3-play. When she transitions back here, it's going to be Lightwave, and then at the end, she'll transition right back to the NewTek motion graphic one more time. Now there's also a lower third she's going to be bringing up right here. We are going to be doing some zooming in and out on the set as well. So I'm going to go ahead and talk over the presentation as we walk through it here the first time, and then at the end we'll go ahead and show you what the entire output would look like running during a live production. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we would execute this. So the first thing I'm going to do is delegate ME1, which is the ME that she's in, and I'm going to start a zoom in on her, and we'll start this presentation. Now we've got hotspots set up over here, and this top one is going to do the transition on ME6. So when she reaches her hand out, we've got a page peel set up. It's going to go ahead and transition right over to the TriCaster logo. And then again, we've auto-advanced to our 3-play logo here, and she'll be coming back to DDR2. That's where we started, so we're just bouncing back and forth between these two media players. They both have autoplay on, so the graphics automatically advance for us. So here comes the Lightwave logo. And now I'm going to get ready to zoom out. I've got a preset set up for the zoom out for when she brings up the lower third graphics. So on this next hand swipe to bring up the animated NewTek logo, we'll start our zoom out, and then the last hand motion brings up the lower third graphic. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what that would look like running in a live presentation.
Hello everyone. NewTek has become the industry leader in live multi-camera video production for the web, for traditional broadcast, and for social media sharing. NewTek has a complete line of products, including the TriCaster line of live production systems, allowing you to produce network-style video from anywhere and deliver it everywhere. Next is the 3-play line of instant replay and slow motion systems, allowing for multi-camera instant replay and world-class interpolated slow motion. And finally, we round out the line with a selection of high-quality software, including Lightwave 3D, our 3D modeling, animation, and rendering package, allowing you to create mind-blowing special effects and motion graphics. All available from NewTek. For more information, please visit our website.